Hello, lovely internet friends, and welcome to a week in my life. I wasn't planning to vlog this week, but it's Tuesday now, and we're off to a heck of a start. This morning, I got a wagon stuck on the front seat of my car, posted that to Instagram, and then I went and bought a 50-gallon fish tank that I did not know was going to be 50 gallons. I bought it anyways because I only had to pay 20 bucks for it, and it was the entire setup. And if you know anything about fish tanks, you know fish tanks are expensive, okay? Expensive. And so I was like, okay, 20 bucks for this, like even if I can't use it, like I can flip it, okay? That's my thought process. I fully intend to use it though. But anyway, the lady posted it on Facebook. She was like a teacher, and you know, didn't have anybody to take care of the fish during the summer and didn't want to take them home with her, so she sold it dirt cheap. And the picture online, I thought, looking at it, that maybe it was like a 20-gallon long, which I currently have a 20-gallon tall, and I was like, that'll fit perfectly on my stand and it'll just be a longer tank instead of tall, and whatever, it looked great. And I knew it had fish in it, but judging by the picture and like the objects in the picture, I thought the fish were maybe like that, like decent sized goldfish, not huge goldfish. They're like the size of my hand, maybe not my entire, at least my palm, at least palm size, some maybe a little bit bigger. And I asked her, I was like, how many gallons is it? And she says, I don't know. I said, how long is it? She said, about 36 inches. And I measured my stand, and my stand is 37. So I was like, okay, that'll just fit. It'll, you know, take up my entire stand. This thing is the length of the entire back seat of my car. There's no way that, I'll have to measure when I get home, but like, I just don't see that being 36 inches. I think she guesstimated wrong. And then, yeah, it's massive. Like I said, at least a 50-gallon tank, maybe bigger, not really sure. I'm excited about it. I'm terrified of it, and it's gonna be a massive project. I ended up putting all of the fish in a storage container that I brought with me to haul water out of the fish tank, because I had to like disassemble the whole thing. And the buckets I brought to bring the fish home in were way too small for the fish, because as I mentioned, they were way bigger than what I expected them to be. And then I got him home and I was like, what do I do with these guys? So I thought, he's singing the song of his people today. He's not happy about us sitting here, clearly. But I thought I would take them to the pet store, because a lot of times our local pet shop will take animals when you can't handle them anymore. And so I called and they said, yeah, we'll probably take them, but you'll have to wait until the owner gets in. That'll be a couple hours from now. And I was like, great, what am I gonna do with these fish? Leave them sitting in my backyard in a storage tote? Like, that's how they die. They would boil, okay? It would be a fish boil. So I did the only thing I could do, and I put them in my 20-gallon tank. Is 20-gallon? Yeah, 20-gallon. I'm not even really sure how many gallons tank it is that I have, because I found it in the back alley. I think it's about 20 gallons. I think it's about 20 gallons. Could be a 30. Anyway, I put them all in there. It is too small for them. Too small. But they got to be in there for a couple of hours. I'm hoping I didn't shock them and kill them, and I'm hoping they don't eat my guppies. But I didn't know what else to do with them. So I'm here to donate plasma, and then we'll get on with the rest of the day. So I just finished donating plasma. I got a hold of one of my friends who has a big fish tank, and she says she definitely wants the pleco, which I don't blame her. It's like a $50 fish. Wish I could keep it, but honestly, it's too small. It's way too small for the tank I have set up. I don't know when I'm gonna get the big tank set up, and even for the big tank, I feel like it's almost too, like it's pushing it, you know, within another couple of inches of growth, and it's gonna need to get out of that tank anyway. So if my friend wants it, I think she has I don't know, she definitely has a 100-gallon aquarium, if not bigger. It's big. I love these glasses. Aren't they so cute? They were passing them out at the Strawberry Festival downtown last week. They're from Star Bank, which, yeah. Anyway, I just thought they were super cute. So I'm gonna swing by McDonald's and get myself a Coke, because Mama needs some caffeine. I've been so stressed out lately. I'll go ahead and tell you this here, because I'll already talked about everything else later. But we're buying the house next door to us. Caught fire, it burnt down. There's whole story times up on my channel about it, so I'll link those down below. We buy it tomorrow. I am so stressed out, worried that somebody's gonna try to break in and steal everything. Slash, I'm worried about the people who are renting the place trying to break in and take their stuff back. And it's like, if that happens, like, what do you say to that, you know? Like, on one hand, like, you can't blame them because they left some expensive stuff in there, like their heavy duty appliances, like washer, dryer, stove, refrigerator. And they were given 3 weeks to get all their stuff out, and they never came and got any of it. And you know, the landlord said that, you know, after last week they weren't allowed to come and get it. Well, it's been an extra week, so I kind of feel like even if they'd gotten a hold of her within this last week, she probably still would have let them get their stuff, and they never came. So like, I'm worried that like either they're gonna come back and take it, or somebody's gonna try to break in and steal stuff. And like, if it was them that did it, like, I wouldn't care about them wanting their stuff, but it's like, I don't want the house getting broke into, you know? Like, I don't need the doorknob or the door getting busted or a window getting broken, because I don't know when we're gonna get a chance to demo it. And I don't wanna have to put the money in to fixing a broken door on a house we're gonna demo, you know? But we also don't wanna have like a bunch of random people like coming into the house or getting squatters. But then, like, I've just been like stressed out trying to find a demolition company. There was a company we really wanted to go with, because they seem like really nice people, but they gave me a quote yesterday of $20,000 to demo the house. And then I told them there was a company over in Anderson that would do it for $5,000. And they go, well, we can't do $5,000. The lowest we can go is $10,000. And that just like set off my sketchy vibes. Like, that's half of your original offer. You wanted to do it for 20, now you can do it for 10. That just seems sketchy to me. We have another offer for $8,400. Like I mentioned, we got the offer for $5,000, and then I contacted 2 other places today to get quotes on what it's going to cost to demo. And one place said that it would be 6 weeks before they could even touch the property, but he would come by and give us a demo. But he doesn't really seem that interested in doing it, to be honest with you. He made a comment about having enough work to last him through the new year, so I really doubt we'll be going with him unless he just gives us like a hell of a deal. I really doubt we'll be using him. And then the other company I never heard back from. Still haven't gotten a call back from the pet store, so not sure what to do about the goldfish. They're all just crammed in my 20-gallon. And I'm really hoping the goldfish have not eaten my guppies. I don't know that goldfish would attack the guppies, but there's a blue discus, at least I think it's a discus. And I don't know if they're aggressive or not, but like, I couldn't leave them out in the sun to die, you know? Like, I don't know, I'm just stressing myself out. Y'all know who's been here for a while knows that I have alopecia areata that is stress related, and I'm stressing myself out so much that I'm afraid my hair is gonna start falling out, which makes me stressed about my hair falling out. And it's like, I just need to calm down, guys. Like, I just need to calm down. Okay, so I have eaten. I picked up Taco Bell. I was hungry, and I have a ton of time before I knew I can't talk, oh my gosh, before I knew I would have to leave. I'm heading down to Indianapolis, and I'm going to give my son to my husband. My husband's gonna drive back home. He works down in Indy, and then I'm gonna meet my best friend for her bridal fitting. So excited to see her in her dress. So anyways, I am dressed and ready to go. I'll tell you what, I feel so much anxiety, like I feel like it's hard to breathe. Like I feel like I have asthma. Like back when I had asthma when I was a kid, like I still have problems with asthma, but not like I did as a kid. And it just feels like a giant weight is sitting on my chest. It's like, oh my God, it's horrible, it's bad. My eyes look so green right now, oh my goodness. Anyway, so I'm gonna turn you around and give you a little outfit of the day, and then we're gonna head down to Indy. OOTD, it's just my favorite comfy green sweater, kind of sweater, like long sleeve t-shirt, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, and some short shorts. I love these. I sewed the lace behind because these ripped out so big. They look nuts. So I sewed a little bit of lace underneath. The stitching's popped on this side, so I need to fix that right there. But anyways, I think it's super cute, and it was the right way to like salvage these shorts because they were way too ripped up. Really turn the light out on you there. So turn the lights off in my son's room. I'll show you guys the fish tank. Hi, baby. So the fish made it through me going to donate plasma. Still need to get a hold of my friend and see when she wants to come pick up the pleco and what she's decided with the goldfish, but I will show you what the fish look like. Like I said, I put them in my tank for like a temporary housing. Oh my God. I love my son. Anybody out there who's a parent knows you love your child, but sometimes it's like, kid, stop screaming. It is all the time. He's constant. He's just a very loud child. He's a loud child. Like I love my son. Don't get me wrong. I adore him, but I really hope that our next kid is quiet, because he just is loud all the time. Anyway, let me turn you around and show you the fish tank. Fish tank, we've got that little blue guy right back there. I'm not really sure what he's called. And then there's 3 of the 4 goldfish. And the pleco is in here somewhere. As you can see, like, it looks like my guppies are fine. They don't look like they're messing with my guppies, so it's good. I don't want to roll over your feet, baby. Oh, there's the pleco. He's hanging out back there. And all of this was clean, clear water before I put them in. And those fish like had a heyday down here in the sand, so all the sand is floating. But yeah, so that's the tank. Technically, I mean, they do fit. They do technically fit in there, but really it's too small of a tank for all those big fish. It really is. So gonna have to find those guys new. Okay, so we made it to Indy. Okay, we switched cars. Mike is taking the Grand Prix home with Levi, and oh no, he's taking the Dodge home with Levi. That's what we were in earlier. So now I'm in the Grand Prix, trying to find out where I'm going from here. If I'm going straight to the bridal salon, or if I'm heading to my friend's house. So waiting for her to get back with me. But we had a little bit of like an update with, let me see, I put this down, got the sun in my eyes. We had a little bit of an update with like the whole house thing. The current owners called me on the way to Indy, and she told me that, I called her back, and she told me that she called the renters to see if they'd gotten the sewage bill. And they said that they had it, and they said they were gonna pay it. And then they said, we're coming Friday to get our things. And she told them, well, we're selling it tomorrow, which is Wednesday. And she said she's going to have to, you know, call us and find out what we have to say about it, since we'll be the ones owning it by Friday. And, like, I kind of feel like an ass, but, like, just hear me out, you know? Let me know, I guess, in the comments what you think. But they had 3 weeks to come and get their things. And they weren't even going to call her. It sounds like they were just going to show up Friday and expect to be able to come in and get their stuff. They only found out that she was selling it because she called them about a sewage bill. So I told her, I said, whatever they can get out tonight, they can have. But after we own the house, we don't want to deal with them. And I don't want to sound like an ass, but if you guys have watched my mukbangs, then you know, like, I don't really jive with this guy. Like, I don't really like him. I don't want to deal with him. And I feel like it's going to turn into a thing of, like, they're going to come and get some stuff, and then they're going to be like, oh, can you hold on to this? And I don't want to be somebody's free storage facility. Like, I'm not interested in doing that. And I feel like I am not under contract with these people. I did not rent to these people. I have no obligation to these people. And so I feel like if they want to get their things, they should get it while their current landlord owns it, you know? Like, and then part of me feels like I'm being an ass and like, yeah, you should just, you know, let them get it Friday. But I feel like that's just setting myself up to get taken advantage of and to end up storing their stuff. And we wanted to clear that place out as soon as possible and bring in a demolition company to demolish it. And so as soon as we own it tomorrow, like, we're calling the demo company to come up with paperwork for us to fill out and see the contract and all that stuff, because we have the money to pay for the demo. Like, for all I know, we'll have the demo company come out tomorrow evening and they'll start demolishing it Thursday. Like, I don't know. And I don't want to deal with these people's stuff, because where would it end up? It would end up in my garage. And they've already waited 3 weeks and never contacted anybody about their things. They weren't, like I said, they weren't even going to contact her. They were just going to show up Friday with a U-Haul expecting to come in and get their stuff. And, like, I just don't want to mess with them. I don't want to deal with them. And so, you know, that's what I told her. I said, you know, whatever they can get tonight, they can have. But once we own it tomorrow, we're not doing business with them. And thankfully, she never told them that we bought it. So that's good. But yeah, I just don't even want to mess with these people. And what else? I feel like I was gonna say something else. I don't know. But like I said, like I kind of feel like an ass, but like, I don't know. I feel like if things had been different when they were renting the place, like if he had had less of an entitled attitude about everything and kept like asking for stuff, and it wasn't just us he was asking for things from, it was like the neighbor on the other side too. Like it probably would have been different. But like, I just don't like him. I don't want to do business with him. I don't want anything to do with him. I want him to get his stuff and get out. You know, like I don't want to mess with him. And so I feel like that's fair. You had 3 weeks and you never contacted anybody about your things to say what was going on or ask anything. So I don't know. I think it's kind of unreasonable and goes back to kind of like that self-entitled attitude to expect people to just hold on to your things for 3 weeks and you never have to say anything. And honestly, by Friday, it'll be a little over 3 weeks if we wait that long. It's probably 3 weeks today, but you know, maybe it's 4 weeks today. Is it 3 weeks or 4 weeks? I think maybe it was 3 weeks last Tuesday. I don't know. They've had some time. And like I said, they've never kept in contact with anybody. They just like took what they wanted after the fire and left and never said anything to anybody. And it's like, I don't know. It'd have been different if they'd said, hey, we're going to come back and get our stuff, but it's going to take us a few weeks. Like, you know, or if they touched base. But like they never contacted the landlord and never had anything to do with her. Just got their stuff and left. And she even called them a week or so ago and told them that she changed out the locks, and if they wanted to get anything out of the house that they would need to contact her to come unlock the door. And even at that point they didn't say anything to her about coming and getting their stuff. So I don't know, like on one hand I feel like, yeah, we should just like let them do it Friday, but on the other hand I feel like we're just setting ourselves up to get taken advantage of and turn into a thing of like having to hold on to all their things, and I just don't want to mess with that. Like, whoa, shit, you guys did not see that or hear that. My car door just like flew open and bumped that other guy's door. It's a nice car too. I don't see any scratches. But so yeah, like I don't know. It's one of those situations where it's stressful and it's like, on one hand you feel bad because they lost pretty much everything, but on the other hand it's like you've had over 3 weeks to come and get your stuff and you've never been in contact with anybody. Like, as far as everybody's concerned, you just abandoned it. And like, she gave them a timeline. She gave them a 2-week timeline to come and get their stuff. And since with us getting everything figured out for selling it and then waiting for renter's insurance, like she's, you know, been owning it for an extra week and a half. Anytime during that time frame, they could have contacted her and they never did. So yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just ready for it to be done and over with. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. I found a neat little app online that lets you calculate like aquarium gallons, like how big aquariums are. It's just, you know, width times height times length, which is what I thought it was. You just multiply those all together to get your numbers, but I wasn't 100% sure. 10 years since I've been in high school, I needed to, like, you know, confirm. And I found a little website where you just like plunk it in and then it tells you how many gallons and it gives you like information on that size tank. So I did that on my tank that I currently have set up, and it is a 20-gallon tank, which is what I thought. That was kind of my guess when I found it. Again, I found that one in the back alley, so I was never like 100% sure, but it was my guess and I was correct. This tank that I bought, I thought maybe it's 50 gallons. No, it's a 200. Well, hold on. I had to double check when I said my husband. The calculations came out to 206 gallons. That seems a little off to me. I've never heard of like a 206 gallon tank. It's probably 200 gallons and I probably measured something wrong. But like, holy cow. And the thing is 48 inches long. When I asked the lady how big it was, she said she thought about 36 inches. That's like over 10 inches off. And the table I have my current fish tank sitting on is 37 inches. And that's why I bought it. Because I thought, okay, 36 inches, it'll take up the entire length of my fish tank table. No, it won't. Yes, it will. It'll take up the entire thing and then some. Like, it can't go there. So now I'm like, what do I do with this tank? I don't even know if I've got a space in my house. I mean, I'm going to have to measure that wall and see. There's a little extra room on each side of my table. So maybe I can just get a bigger table. But I'm like, what am I gonna do with this tank? This thing's massive. So it is almost 1 o'clock. Have I even checked in today? I might not have. Hi, hello. It's Wednesday. We're supposed to buy the house today, and I think we're supposed to meet with them at like 1 or 1:30. I can't remember the time. And so I've tried calling and texting to confirm that we're meeting and confirm a time, and they have not gotten back with me. So I don't know if I just made her mad yesterday by saying I don't want to like deal with the renters. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe they'll just show up. I have no idea what's going on. I did go ahead and get the cashier's check so that if they come, we can pay for the property. And then I also took the 4 big goldfish up to the pet store, and they gave me store credit. They gave me like $4 store credit. So I bought a guppy for my tank, since my tank is supposed to be a guppy tank. And then still waiting on the friends to come for the pleco and the other guy. I don't know what he's called. I thought it was a discus. Now I'm thinking it's a, I don't even remember what I thought it was. You guys have seen him. So my husband's on his way home. We are not going to be happy if he had to take off work for these people not to show up. Like, he had vacation days, so he's using vacation hours, you know, to do this. And it's going to be pretty aggravating if these people don't show up. Good morning, my lovely internet friends. It is now Thursday. I just woke up, so bags under my eyes going on, hair's not brushed. I woke up like this. So anyways, update on the house. We're now homeowners. Yeah, like the owners, as of yesterday, those owners, they like just showed up at 1:30, which was our original agreed upon meeting time. But like they never answered any of our phone calls or texts, which like she normally does. So I don't know what was going on. I kind of had the feeling they were just gonna like stand us up and like not come, and the thing was gonna fall through. But no, like 1:30 on the dot, they showed up. So I was like, okay, we'll buy it. So buying it was super easy. I'm thinking about maybe doing a video talking about how you do a quiet claim deed, because up until we started the process to buy this place, like I'd never heard of one of those, and like we were just kind of along for the ride, you know, like handing people money where we went, because we didn't know how it all worked or what we were doing. But it was pretty easy. You just like went to the bank. There's like a form that was filled out. They notarized it. We paid yesterday's owners to become today's owners. And then we had to take it down to the recorder's office, which is down around, it wasn't, for my city, it has like its own building. Other places might be like City Hall or something like that, but for my city, it has like its own building. So we'd go down there, and there's like 3 different offices that we had to go to. And I had to go fill out paperwork in all those places. And then we were done. And now the deed to the property is going to be getting put in the mail today to come to our house. So we should get it, I would assume, by Saturday, but possibly Friday. I don't know. We'll see. But it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like when you go to the DMV or the BMV, however you want to call that, and, you know, you have to like pay $1 million in taxes and a ton of paperwork and blah, 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 blah. That's really what I thought it would be. And like we had paperwork to fill out, but it was pretty quick and easy. It wasn't anything that difficult. The hardest part was like, we didn't know there was papers that we had to get to fill out from the recorder's office. We thought it was go to the bank, have the quiet claim deed notarized, go to the recorder's office, drop it off, call it a day. No, you went to the recorder's office, and then they gave you paperwork that you had to fill out. It was like 2 pages, it wasn't that much. And then you had to get with the owners, and they had to sign things on that paper, which we didn't know about, so we had to get a hold of them, and then we thought, okay, we're good, we have it all signed. And then went down to another office, and like, oh no, you have to fill out this part, and this needs to be signed. So we had to get back a hold of the owners. So that was kind of a pain, because we had to go find them. So if you ever do this, see if the people you're buying it from will come with you to the recorder's office, just so you can get their signature as you need it. It'll make your life easier. But otherwise, like, it wasn't that bad. We had like 2 pages to fill out, and I think it cost us like $40 to get everything filed. But otherwise, like, it wasn't that hard. Like, I was expecting it to be more complicated. So as for the house, we got everything worth value taken out. We also found out more things about the renters that were there, specifically that guy. And it just sounds more and more like he is just not a nice person. Like I said, he has like a self-entitled attitude. I've mentioned that in my mukbangs before, just with things that he's come over and asked for, and then he's went and talked to the neighbors on the other side for. And then apparently now he was like causing threats to the owners. Now, keep in mind, like, they had 3 weeks to come in and get their things. They were given 2, but they got an extra week. And they never showed up, and they never contacted anybody about anything. You know, like, as far as anything's concerned, they abandoned it. And they came back like twice and got stuff. They just didn't get, you know, their bigger appliances. But they never kept in contact with anybody. And he's like, was sending threats to Anita, which she was one of the owners, it was Daniel and Anita. And he won't talk to Daniel. He only wants to talk to Anita. And same with when it comes to us, when he'd come over here asking for things, he only wants to talk to me. Never came over to talk to my husband. And I noticed that happening with the people on the other side. He wants to talk to the wife, not the husband. And what I'm coming to the conclusion of is that he wants to talk to women because he thinks that he can bulldoze over the top of them and intimidate and get what he wants. And that's why he won't go talk to the men. Apparently after the fire happened, they went to the laundromat, and the lady who works the laundromat lives behind us. We got talking to her because she's friends with the neighbor on the other side. And she said that they were putting their like 6-month-old baby in, I guess it's a laundry basket cart. You guys probably know what I'm talking about if you go to laundromat. But it's like this big square carts with wheels that you put your laundry in, haul it around, I guess. I don't know. I honestly haven't seen one of those since I was a kid. Very blessed to have had a washing machine most of my childhood and now as an adult. And even when I didn't have a washing machine as an adult, I was allowed to take my laundry to my mom's or my mother-in-law's, so I've been very blessed in that department. But when I was a kid, like 7 and under, we had to go to laundromats, and I remember what those carts look like. Anyway, apparently they were putting their 6-month-old baby in there and then letting their 2 older kids push the baby around the entire laundromat. And she's like, it looked like the baby was just going to fall over, like it was not safe. And then they were just like running laps around the laundromat and being crazy kids. And she asked them, she's like, hey, you know, that's not safe. You can't put your baby in this cart. And also, you know, can you wrangle your children? Like, they're going nuts. And I guess the guy just like went off on her. I was like, I just had a fire, and like yelling, screaming, cussing at her, like way over the top. And it's like, and she even told him, she's like, look, I know you had a fire, but like that doesn't give you right to come in here and talk to me like this. And it just seems like that's the kind of person he is. Like, he just wants to bulldoze over the top of people, and like people should just let him do whatever he wants. And, you know, I don't know, but I'm a little worried about Friday. I'm worried to see if he doesn't show up. Apparently one day he went over to the neighbors on the other side, and he was knocking on the door, and they didn't want to talk to him, so like they didn't answer. I guess it was my neighbor Judith and her friend, the one who works the laundromat. Her husband wasn't home, and she didn't want to answer the door and talk to him. And so he stood up there and knocked on her door and would not quit and would not go away. Like, she wasn't responding. She just acted like she wasn't home. They just, he was sitting in the kitchen, and he's just out there knocking on the door, and he just kept going. He would not quit. So this guy's got some problems. I'm a little worried about Friday, because Friday's the day that they wanted to come get their stuff. But yesterday, after we bought the place, my husband went in and cleaned it all out. Really, there wasn't anything that valuable. The washing machine was falling apart. Like, honestly, it was, we went to haul it out, and like pieces were falling off the washing machine. So we stuck it in the back alley. We're like, that's not even safe. The microwave had like, it had a job done to it. Like, I don't know how that didn't catch the house on fire. Because the plug to the microwave, if you looked at it, it looked like it got cut in half, and they took another plug and wired it in and put electrical tape. And like, that just looked very questionable to me. Like, I'm saving you from burning down the next house, because I got rid of a microwave, because that thing was dangerous. There was a few things that we took to sell to help pay off our loans for buying this place. But really, a lot of stuff we're just stuck in the back alley because it's just not worth anything. And my husband and I were talking about it. We're like, if he'd been like a nicer neighbor, we probably just, for one, we would have just let him come and get his stuff. We wouldn't have done all this. But like, if we let them come and get their things on Friday, my husband would be at work and it would be me dealing with this guy. And I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to be around him. He gives me sketchy vibes. I don't like talking to him. And the way I look at it, they had 3 weeks to get their things. They came back on 2 different occasions. And if you didn't get everything you wanted on those 2 different occasions, like, I don't know what you're doing. And I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to be around him. And if he shows up Friday, like, I'm not opening my doors. Sorry, buddy. Like, he doesn't know that we bought it. So unless Judith on the other side tells him we bought it, which I don't think that she will, she said she won't say anything. So hopefully she won't. He'll have no reason to come over to my house. And we've just thrown a bunch of stuff out in the back alley. So I'm assuming that they drive by and they see all that, they're going to know the house got cleaned out. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Also the food, like, they had a lot of food. Not complaining, because now we have a lot of food. But they did weird stuff with their food. Like, they would, okay, for one, I found like a thing of cookie mix here. I'll show it to you. It's not the actual cookie mix that I found. Where did I put it? Our pantry is so well stocked now. I'm not complaining. But here. Okay, so you see chocolate chip muffin mix? Okay. They had like a cookie mix. It comes in a bag like this. They cut the top of this right here, completely full bag, and stuck it back in their cabinet. Like, why would you do that? They also had like pasta, like the spaghetti that comes in like a bag, and they just like opened up the bag and it looked like they never used any of the pasta, and they just stuck it back on the cabinet. And there was a lot, like, there was rice. They had some of these rice meals, and they did the same thing where they cut the tip off of it and then never cooked anything with it. And it's like, why would you? That's how you get bugs. Why are you doing this? And then there's also packages of food that, like, clearly they'd used some of and then stuck back in the cabinet, which is normal. But, like, they didn't clip it. Like, it's just sitting there open. Like, that's how things get bugs, okay? I'm like, ew, gross. So, and there was bugs all over the house. Oh my God. But, like, keep in mind, I had a fire almost a month ago. So I don't know how it was prior to the fire, but now there's bugs everywhere. But yeah, let me show you my pantry now. Like, it's insane how full this is. A lot of this stuff looks like it came from like the food pantry, or possibly WIC, just because it's so many repeats. I could be wrong. I don't know what is like allowed with, you know, WIC and food stamps. I don't know, but it is like, there's a lot of repeats, which I'm not complaining, because a lot of the stuff we like. But my pantry is like stocked. So, not to brag, but there's my top shelf. There's my bottom shelf. And like pretty much everything right in this section is set aside to be donated, because it's things that we don't like and we won't eat. So there's like, and it goes back a ways. Like, this cabinet's really big. I don't know how far back you can see into there. Probably not very far, but it goes back a long ways. So all that's for donations, and then that's like a flow over. I don't even know what to do with this. This might get donated. It's rice soy casserole. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to like look into recipes and see how this works, but it might get donated as well. And then all the canned goods. Like, before all of this, we had a small section right here, about 3 rows that went back, and then we had some like ranch dressing and stuff. It's kind of shoved back there, and some spaghetti sauce, but like, and that barbecue's ours. But like, we didn't have a lot going on here, and now like I won't need to get canned goods or boxed foods for like a long time. And then we just had like a few boxes of macaroni and cheese and like a box of hamburger helper right here, and now we're just like stuffed. So I'm not complaining. Like I said, not high quality food, but it's free food. And yeah, like, not complaining about that at all. Probably a couple $100s worth of food, honestly. So, oh, also, fish update if you're wondering. Still got the Pleco, but our friend is supposed to be coming tonight to get it. Also, let me show you guys something. Where did it go? I think Mike took it with him to work, so I guess I can't show it to you. But we found, when cleaning out the house, we found a flashlight taser. It's kind of neat, kind of scares me. And Mike and I both managed to tase ourselves. Yeah, that was fun. It wasn't so much that it was painful, but it was like really jarring. Like, I think it would shock somebody if they're trying to attack you. Like, they'd be like, what the fuck? But, like, you would recover quickly, you know? Like, I don't think it would really stop somebody if they really wanted to, like, attack you. Because, like, I took it full force to the hand. Because I'm a dumbass. Obviously, there's no instructions with it because we didn't buy it. The other people had it. And I thought the taser was on the other end. And I was holding it by the taser part, because remember, it's a flashlight. The taser part is by the flashlight. I thought it was on the other end because there was like some prongs down there, but my husband said no, that's where you charge it from. And I was holding it full on by the flashlight end, and I pushed the button. I tased my hand. It did not feel good. Like I said, it didn't really hurt, but it was like a very, very intense vibration. The best thing I think I can like relate it to is when you're pushing the lawnmower and it like really vibrates your hands and makes everything feel almost numb, and it can like aggravate your joints. Like that, but like extremely more intense. I didn't have any joint pain from it, but I also got it in like the fleshy part of my hand right here. So not really a joint there to aggravate, but like it just made the muscles in my hand feel really like sore afterward. The initial tasing itself wasn't necessarily painful, but it just was shocking. I said, oh, what did I say? I think I yelled out, what the fuck? Or I don't know. It was something along those lines. It was some cursing going on, but I like screamed and dropped it. Because I wasn't expecting it. I thought I had it by the right end, and I did not. I had it by the wrong end. And then my husband, when he found it, he thought it was just a normal flashlight, and he picked it up and was like holding it kind of close to his stomach, like right here. And he just thought it was a flashlight. He was messing around with it, and he pushed the button thinking it would turn on the flashlight, and he zapped himself. So, and his was further away than mine. He had a shirt on, and he wasn't skin to skin. Like, I was full on holding it. Well, he was holding it too, but he wasn't holding it by the taser, you know. He had the taser just pointed at himself. So, yeah, I think I'll stick to my handgun. I know how those ones work. So, yeah, that's the update, I guess. It's like probably like 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock in the morning now. I think I might go back to bed. Might got up to leave for work, and it woke me up, and I realized I needed to pee, so I took care of that, and now we're here. So now I think I'm gonna go back to bed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Good morning, everyone. It is now Friday. I don't know that I vlogged a whole lot yesterday. Yesterday, I found a guy on Facebook who is a junker, and he collects a lot of metal for recycling, so he's gonna come and strip the house of all the wiring so he can get the metal out of it. He's gonna like take the sinks and like all that stuff out of it, and then we have some old fencing in the back of our yard that needs to get pulled out, so he's gonna take that and take the fencing. So that's good. Had our friend come over and get the Pleco, so the Pleco is gone and going into a nice big tank where he belongs. Poor thing. Like, at least he's still alive, but he did not look like he was doing great after, I don't know if it's from being 2 or 3 days in my tank where he didn't have a lot of room to move, or it's from being a year in that other tank, because the lady said she didn't clean her tank the entire year, and that tank was nasty. So I don't know if it's because he's been in dirty water for the past year, or because my tank was, he can move, but not a lot, you know? But now he's in a nice big tank where he belongs. My friend was like so excited about this fish. It was so fun getting to like geek out over aquarium stuff with somebody. Because like, I'm friends with his wife, and he's friends with my husband. Like, we're all friends, you know? And it's funny because like my husband, like, he approves of my hobby. He doesn't necessarily understand my hobby with like aquariums. And I think that Josh's wife is the same way. Like, I think she likes the aquarium fish, but I don't know that she's as into it as Josh is. And so like him and I kind of geeked out a little bit. So that was kind of fun. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that happened last night. And I just made breakfast, and I almost caught the kitchen on fire. So I was using my cast iron skillet, and the handle on that thing gets really hot, so like I can't move it. So I have these little doohickeys that slide on the handle, and I don't know if this just got too close to the flame or if the pan itself just got too hot, but it started burning. And I started smelling it, and I was like, what stinks? What is that? And I thought, well, I made 2 different batches of eggs. I made a scrambled egg for my son, and then I did a scrambled egg for myself for a sandwich. I don't know why I split it up in 2 different batches. I should have just done it all in one, but whatever. And I thought, well, maybe the eggs from the last batch are burning. And I turn around and look, and like I'm not really seeing anything. I'm just smelling it. I'm like, that's weird, whatever. turn around to work on my sandwich and it starts getting worse. I turn back around, there's like black smoke, and I realize this guy's on fire. So I grabbed him off and threw him in the sink real quick. He does not smell nice. And lesson learned. Again, like I don't know if the pan just got too hot and it caught it on fire, or if it got too close to the flame on the burner. Because I've got a couple of those, and I've slid them on the handle before while I'm cooking, so I have a handle on my handle, and I've never had a problem with it. So I don't know, but now I'm a little bit leery about using them. But on the other hand, it's kind of like I kind of need them so I can move my frying pan around. So I don't know, I have to figure that out, but I'll show you guys breakfast. Here's breakfast this morning. I've got some turkey lunch meat down here. I've got scrambled eggs, slice of cheese, and then it's all on a bagel with honey mustard. And then my son is having scrambled eggs with shredded chicken left over from last night. And then I need to get him a fruit or something to go with it. Normally I'd give him tomatoes, but we were out of tomatoes. Or I would like throw in mixed vegetables with his eggs while they're cooking. But I don't have any of those prepared. We eat a lot of mixed vegetables, so we normally have leftovers of those in the fridge, but we currently don't have any. So I think maybe we'll do peach slices. Anybody else into using canned fruit a lot? I don't know. It's so much easier than normal fruit, having to peel it. So I get a couple of jars of these and I throw them in a container and put them in the fridge so they're cold. Currently don't have any in there, but I'm gonna give him some peaches to go with his scrambled eggs. Hey guys, it's now Monday of the following week. I think we'll be wrapping up the vlog here pretty much. I don't know what the last thing it was that I vlogged, so hopefully this won't be redundant. But we've had the junkers, and I call them junkers, and people call them scrappers, whatever you want to call them. It's people who like to go around and they, you know, collect cans or any kind of scrap metal that they find, and they turn them in for recycling. Well, we found some on Facebook, had them come pick up the washing machine from that house that we set out at the curb, and they got to talking to them and told them if they want to come in and scrap any metal out of the house that they can. So they've been, you know, pulling all the wiring, pulled the bathtub, pulled the sink, etc., etc. All of that's been pulled. We talked to our contractor yesterday, I think. No, Friday, maybe. And he said that he can demo the entire house for $5,000, which is fantastic, which puts us just underneath of market value for the property, because the property, I'm looking really red in this light. I just finished doing dishes and I'm cleaning my kitchen. Anyways, so the property is worth like $8,750, and after everything is said and done, we're going to spend $5,000 on demo and $2,000 we spent to buy the property. So we're at like $7,000. So we're still like, what is that? $1,750 above value, I guess, of the house. So I feel like we're coming out on top. You know, that's pretty good. As I said, I'm working on cleaning up the dishes. Or I just did the dishes. I'm working on cleaning up my kitchen. Well, it was not much to vlog, I guess. But last night, my husband and I heard like this weird thunk sound outside, and we're like, what the hell is that? Like, it was kind of loud. And so I like stepped out on the porch to see what was going on, and I didn't see anything. Well, this morning, there's trucks with workers at the end of the street, and they're replacing the stop sign. So I'm guessing I didn't notice that, but apparently somebody hit the stop sign. I don't know if it was hanging over or just damaged. I don't know what the deal was, but they had to completely replace the stop sign at the end of the street. And I went swimming this morning, went to go donate plasma, and then realized I'm off on my days. I don't donate till tomorrow. So that happened. Yeah, nothing really too exciting. So this might be TMI / kind of cringy for some people, but over in the house that burned down, we found like a pretty much completely full box of condoms, okay? And like, we're those kind of people that we kept them because condoms are expensive, okay? Like, they're brand new, never been used, and I'm going off birth control, however you want to word that. It's just not doing good things to me this time around. I've been on birth control on and off since I was 18, so it's like the last 10 years. I went on it in 2008, so this last time going on, I think I'm going to do like a whole video just talking about it, but it's just not doing good things to me. So I told my husband, I'm like, I'm going off birth control, and I'm putting the ball in your court. Like, I'm done. So, and we know we want to have one more kid. We were going to try this fall for another baby, but then we took on the debt of the house next door. So, oh, speaking of, I didn't talk about, I might be going back to work. I put my application back in with my old job, and I contacted, I don't know what that was. It was gone forever. Fell behind the microwave. I contacted the manager. It's a new manager, so not my old boss, but the new manager. And yeah, so she is supposed to be having, I forget what the name is. They have like so many different like departments you have to go through. It's so dumb. But there's, I forget what you want to call it. Like, she's the manager, and then you have district manager, and you have regional manager, and then you have like hiring staff who just deals with hiring of people. I don't remember the terms of it, but she said that she contacted whoever that person is for her to pull my application. And if I go back, I'm just going to be going back for the weekends. But the amount of money I'm going to be able to make in a month, it's like $110. Is that? No, it's $120. It's 6-hour shifts. I'll make $120 in 2 days. And so we owe $250 a month on the house, and we're going to make double payments. And with our tax money, when we get our taxes back in March, we should be able to pay that place off and pay off the rest of what we owe for our son. So hopefully next spring we can start baby making, because I want to have one more kid, and I'm getting my tubes tied after that, but I want to get this all taken care of before I'm 31. I'm currently 28, so like baby number 2 needs to get in the oven real quick because I ain't making babies in my 30s. Anyway, the box these condoms were all in was like falling apart from the fire. They didn't catch fire, but like they got really wet, you know, from like the fire department hoses and stuff. So now we have like all these random condoms, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. So I'm thinking about throwing them all in this little bowl and see how that works out. So they all fit quite nicely in here, and I think they look okay sitting on the nightstand. They won't look, you know, horribly gaudy. Nobody's gonna know what it is until they like open it. Not that anybody comes in our bedroom anyways. When we have guests over, nobody comes in, but if somebody was to pop their head in, they're not gonna like automatically know this full of condoms. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that is it for a week in my life vlog. If you haven't noticed, I'm probably gonna take one more week off of YouTube. I don't like doing that, but I want to do a house tour for the house next door, but I also don't want to post it just for safety reasons until after the house is demolished. So they're going to start demolishing the house next week, and the guy said it's going to take 3 days to have it done and over with. So if I film the house tour this week, and then I start posting things next week, but don't post a house tour until after the house is gone, then I think we'll be okay. Anyway, so that's it for a week in my life. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in my next video.